Hello everyone, I'm Havoc and this is Factorio Space Exploration. I know it's been just a little bit since my last episode. I have been playing some Satisfactory and a little bit of Minecraft. I am considering doing maybe a vanilla Minecraft series, I'm not sure. I don't really know. We'll see. Put it down in the comments if you are interested in seeing something like that, a vanilla Minecraft series, or maybe another modded Minecraft series, or something totally different. I am open to suggestions from anybody on what I should play. And if it's something I'm interested in, I will definitely do that. So, we left off. I've done a little bit in here. I have finished this. We did not have enough supplies to finish this blueprint all the way. It is now plopped down and finished all the way. The only issue that I have with it is that I need to get it running, and that is because we are all backed up right over here on our iridite. Now we could do more iridite processing. This is a little bit different than the other one though, so let's see. It might be roughly the same to get going. We need to get crushed iridite, mechanical crusher. So let's take a look. Mars Anna. This was our little setup over here, just to take it, crush it, wash it, and that's cycling the water back through, and then we're doing something different. But I can probably, this might not work, but I could probably snag everything up to here. And that's right. You don't keep that blueprint. How would we do this? Hold on. If I go back there, if I don't make it a blueprint, if I just do copy, am I big braining it right now? Copy, and then come back and do paste. Oh yeah. Now build here. Oh, it's the pump. Haha. Got you, don't you worry. Bloop. That's not the right kind of pump. That one is though. And just get rid of that extra water piece. Now we need to change the recipe. Because we are going to be crushing iridite. Then we're going to be washing iridite. Now this gets us very easily moved over to having that. What do you do with the washed iridite? So this gets us to the point where we're going to need the exchange beads and some water to make the powder. And this is made in a chemical plant. And this is going to be another one of those setups that's really weird because it's going to give us a chance of getting the powder or a chance of getting the washed iridite back, sand, all kinds of crazy things. This is going to be the fun part. So up until that point, though, what we can do, what are we getting from this? Should we possibly warehouse this for a little bit here? Do I even have warehouses? Have I left them all? Here they are. And let's not use regular ones. We're going to use passive ones in case we need to request something at any stage of the game, any stage of the process. Just drop some power down in there and we can start storing this. And then we need to include the stone. Okay. That'll move that down, and it gets everything running again. Slowly, but it is running. It's because I've got productivity modules and everything, and that's okay. I could ramp this up a little bit. This doesn't output water, huh? It just consumes water. I don't need any of this mess. Like I said, I could ramp this up, but no, it seems to be running just fine after it's given a second to go. The only reason this has such a steady stream is because it's been backed up for a while and not causing a problem. But I think if it just runs for a little bit, it'll be okay. Won't really cause any issues. Maybe this will get running well again. So the question is, do I just take the washed? No. Okay, I was about to say, do I just take the washed into space and then process it there where I can just take all of the resources and meet up in orbit around Novice? So I could do that. Oh, it's gonna feel bad though. I don't know. Hello? This is not connecting? I'm off by 1 on each of these. How interesting. Let's fix that. Sorry, it just distracted me. I looked over. Now that this is up and running, resources were not going where they're supposed to. Very distracting. Very concerning to me as to why things are not working like they're supposed to. Oh no. Here I am adding stuff in and just breaking everything. I don't think that's necessary whatsoever. We can just cut that line out now. That did send a stone tablet somewhere where it wasn't supposed to, right? Oh boy. Did it go up there? Did it go over here? There it is. Got it. Cleaned it up. Fixed it. Problem. Disaster averted. Don't worry. We're good to go. Now, why do we have no sulfur? We have no petroleum gas. In that point, at least. I have some over here. But it's not pumping that out. We have logic here that only lets it do it once it's gone up enough over here. And this is making plastic, so it prioritizes plastic first. You're not running because your heavy oil is backed up. Oh, wow. How are we missing a pipe right there? That might be a problem on Mars? Marzana? Is that a problem here? Yes, it is. I wonder if that's why this wasn't working the way it was supposed to. And I'm just now noticing. Is there a robot somewhere gonna place that? Hello? Anybody? You're going the wrong way, buddy. The pipe that needs to be placed is back there. You don't need to charge. Well, that'll fix that. Okay, so that's interesting. Need to keep an eye on that when we're doing the blueprint. I'm not sure how or why that is missing. but it's good to go now. I must have accidentally picked it up on Marzana when I was messing with things, and then before I made the blueprint, it was missing. Okay, so questions. This only stacks to 40. It feels horribly bad to do that when I'm fairly certain the iridium powder is going to stack much higher. So it would probably be most efficient for as far as keeping space in the rockets to wash it here and then send the powder and or maybe even the ingots. Oh, the ingots require vulcanite. That's the only way to craft them. Interesting. I was not aware of that either. Okay, so it's probably best then to meet up in space. I'm going to say we're just going to send this washed powder to novice orbit and process it there, because it's going to require these, which requires the cryonite rods, which I need cryonite rods for other things in space as well. So rather than taking them from Mars, shipping them here and or maybe to multiple places, I'll just ship them to novice orbit and then use them there for all the things that they're going to be required in. All right, we're making some sense out of things here, making some decisions, some important decisions, and if they're wrong, I'll just come back and figure out a way to do it better. We will simply alter the program. For right now, the program is definitely to move forward with sending this to novice orbit. Now, I want to make sure that I only send it on specific instructions. I didn't bring any signal, any way to do signaling, did I? No. Can I craft either of these? Nope, not with what I have on me. Okay. So we will have to bring those, because I don't want it just to launch the rocket the moment it's full. I want it to be just like on Novice, where once we need it, it gets a signal sent here and then says, okay, I am now required, off we go. And it will send the rocket. Now this has the same logic. It's not going to load till the rocket is built. We're not getting any cargo rocket sections whatsoever. We need rocket control units. Rocket control units need batteries and blues. Blue circuits are waiting on sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is waiting on water. Haha! Things we have to go through and check to make sure that the blueprints are actually working here. So that should start operating fully. Batteries, we're just waiting on the acid as well, and now they're running. Do I make them fast enough? Always the question. I've got it beaconed up like crazy, so it's going. But it might simply be that I need an additional battery facility, which is possible. Yeah, because we're not getting that third one operating at all down there. We've got to make a slight modification to our blueprint. Do I have any of these chemical plants on me? I don't think so. So what we're going to do here is simply grab that. How am I going to get the resources in here? Okay, so we shifted our chemical plant just a touch here in order to fit an underground past it. And then we can find the other chemical plant possibly. There it is. And place it down here facing the other way because you are going to make batteries. And we just need to grab into it now. I could also shift this line and toss another one down if I really need to. I don't think I do. So we're going to do a little something like that and add to our battery production. Productivity modules, there are no speed modules here. That one is touching that, so I need to be careful where I place this so that it is only affecting this machine. And it also needs power. There. Now we have the problem of not enough sulfur. So let's go see what's going on with that. Typical Factorio gameplay. I've fixed one problem. Where's the problem next? Where's the next problem? Okay, we don't have enough petroleum. That would be because we are taking raw oil in here. Let's shoot over and see. Whoop. From this, and this just doesn't have oil. Got plenty of water. It's monitored so we don't end up with an excess, but we always have enough of the water. We come down here. We may need to change this up a bit. So if I prioritize output to the left, all of the coal will go into here first. It's going to eat all of our coal, honestly. So what effect is that? What cascading effect is that going to have? That means that all of our coal coming is going to be broke down into these products. Right? It's going to make heavy oil, light oil, and petroleum gas. Petroleum gas travels down to our container. The heavy oil is all cracked into light oil, right? So this is where the heavy oil comes out, comes through. Every bit of it is just going to being cracked. All light oil is also cracked into petroleum. So that means we're going to turn everything into petroleum. Now this petroleum will not be used to make plastic since there's no coal coming down the line, since we're not splitting it. So it will back up, and once we hit the 50,000 mark, this will pass petroleum over to our sulfur area, which means we're going to get more sulfur now. The problem is, oh, a piece of coal made it? Wow, that's impressive. I was about to say, I don't think we're going to get any coal coming down there, but we are actually kind of catching up with this one. I don't think this is a good idea. I think it's best to leave it just splitting everything, because this one is already prioritized. Half goes to it and then half goes down the line. So then you've got half of the original amount coming here and half of it is split. So a quarter of the total coming in goes here, a quarter comes down the line, and then you have an eighth going to this machine, and 1/8 of our coal continues down the line to then become plastic the way that I have it set up. If we had more coal, this really wouldn't be as big of an issue. There's a tiny bit of coal. I wonder if splicing some coal into this is a good idea, but just setting it up so that it prioritizes using this line. I don't know. It seems like that might not be a good idea. So we're going to get a ton of plastic back up. We're already not using all of this plastic simply because we don't use the other items fast enough. Oh, now we're looking good. So the other issue is we don't input this sulfur fast enough. I have an easy fix for that. Now you can have all the sulfur you could ever want. We don't produce sulfur fast enough, but that's fine. That should not ever be a throttle again there. We're learning things. Where do these batteries go? Okay, yes. 2 accumulators. That's to make the capsule, which it doesn't even have yet because of low density structures and rocket control units. Oof. This blueprint takes a long time to work. A very, very long time. However, I think that's all it takes now, is it's getting cargo rocket sections, it's fueled up, the space capsule will get there eventually. And as things back up, once they're finished, other things start to run faster. So once all the space capsules, cargo rocket sections are in here, and this backs up, this will stop consuming some of the resources, and they will prioritize going to, say, the capsule or somewhere else where they're needed. We're looking good. I like that extra amount of batteries. It'll back up much sooner now. Okay. That just needs time to run. We need to look at getting signals here so that we can send it to space and then do something with it there. Where is my rocket home? What are we missing here? I don't need a light there. Don't worry about it. Speaking of, something is on Boruum. It's constantly ticking. I should go take care of. My rocket is off to the left. Let's head in that direction. In we go. Novice landing pad. We're fueled up, ready to go. Seems kind of wasteful, but that's okay. We're going to make it happen. Because I have to go back and I have to get the signal receiver and transmitter. I may only need a signal receiver, actually. So, can I just simply request those? I don't even remember if I am producing these somewhere. Sure, give me 20. On the way? Okay, so there's a lot of them in storage somewhere. Signal receivers, 10. Okay, good. So I do automatically craft them, obviously. That's nice to know. Now, I don't recall, because it has been quite some time since I used these, whether or not they shoot at a surface or just broadcast on a signal. So this is receiving on channel 1, excuse me. So if I go back, I think I can just use any of these rockets. Nothing special. Is this the one that I used last? It is, sure enough. To Forge Hammer we go back, and I think I can just drop down a signal receiver there and listen in on channel 1, which is essentially my master channel for novice orbit. And if that does work, that's perfect. And I could just drop the receiver and drop some signaling down over there. I did have a rocket not make it. It crashed and made quite a mess. So what I want here is the big dish. This receiver dropped right in there. And we will send the signal on green since I'm using red for everything else. Channel 1. If I place this... There we go. Now I can see what signals are being transmitted. Which it's transmitting this signal. Stuff about the rocket itself. The amount of fuel it has, 73,000, which is true. It has just under 73,000. 72 cargo rocket sections. What is the E500? Empty slots 500, possibly? I haven't really looked at this and paid attention to this. But what I'm more interested in is it because I'm sending the signals on red in space? You better believe it. So there it is. We're sending signals on red in novice. So if I send out... I do that, now I'm getting those signals on red as well, which is fine. It's not a big deal. How was I doing this on novice? It's been so long. There we go. Very top of the list. Makes sense. Okay, so this is how I do. I don't even send it directly to it. I have a decider combinator. So let's copy that. Come back to where I am. And then paste it. Oh, paste. Next question is, do I have these things being sent? I'm pretty sure I do. If not, I have a decider combinator on me. It says it's missing. Okay. Now, signal receiver. Channel 1. And then this is where I'm going to say, change this to washed erudite equals 1. So when we receive that signal, we will launch this. Green signal, or when cargo is full. I think I want it to do when the cargo is full, because this is a very slow process, and I'm probably going to, especially the very beginning, I'm probably going to need a lot of it, and it will send a rocket essentially to novice orbit. Novice orbit will then take all of those resources out of the landing pad, and it will say, hey, send more right now. And if I don't tell it to wait for the cargo to be full, then it'll send a rocket that has a stack or two in it, which doesn't make any sense. So launch on green signal and when the cargo is full. We're going to go to... Well, this will have to be set after I go to novice orbit and actually set up where this is going to land. So for now, I'll just leave it as nothing. It's not going to get full anytime soon, so that's not a problem. I say that. It might fill up the moment that it's finished. The issue is less the amount of resources I have ready and more so the rocket itself. We're not connected though at this point, so it's not going to get any signal yet. So we can head to Novice Orbit and see where do we want these to come from. And then we can also do the same thing with the Cryonite from Marzana. Let's do that real fast. Oh boy, I don't have a rocket ready. Mistakes may have been made. So I do not have enough cargo rocket sections. This isn't requesting them, right? This is passively building them up after this is finished. Which means it's because I get diminishing returns every time I come here. I should have been breaking cargo rocket sections. But it's been so long since I've played, I didn't remember to do that, and now I'm stuck until that builds enough cargo rocket sections from our little blueprint for me to get off of this planet, unless I want to kill myself here, and I don't feel like doing that. That's going to be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, feel free to hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you're not subscribed to my channel and you're enjoying my content, please subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate that. And I will see you all next time.